Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Hammerstedt from Holist. I am here doing something a little bit different today for Facebook Live. We were having a little bit of technical difficulties, and I just wanted to come on here today and really wanted to meet you, Dr. Chetna Singh. She is an emergency medicine doc from New Jersey, and I'm going to invite her in here in just a second. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of what Wellness Wednesdays are all about. I love to interview docs because I want patients to see us and what we're doing being real people and different perspectives so we can get to know each other better, we can heal each other better, we are all better together. The thing is that you can't be healed as a patient if your doctor needs to heal themselves. We can't heal our patient-physician relationships, we can't heal our patients can't heal themselves, and our healthcare system can't heal itself unless we're all well. So the wellness doesn't really mean just the lack of sickness. It really means the ability to see each other, communicate each other in their communities. And so today I wanted to bring on Dr. Chetna Singh. She is an emergency medicine physician like me. And hi.
Hi, how are
How are
you?
you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Good. So I was just telling everybody that we were having some technical difficulties, so we're trying something a little new today. So
Yeah, I'm
welcome.
not a very tech savvy person anyway, so
Facebook is so curmudgeonly. It's like sometimes it works one way and sometimes it doesn't. And so, welcome. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit. First, I'm going to introduce you a little bit for what I know. You're a female doc and an entrepreneur, and you have a really interesting spin on business and wellness. And you're an emergency medicine doc and a mama doc like me. And so I love talking to doctors about what they're doing interesting. My intro to this was really saying that I really think that we have an opportunity by sharing each other in these types of ways to really show our patients and our communities that we're people. And the more that we get to know each other, I think the better that we have an opportunity to really heal our healthcare system and our relationships better. And so today I wanted to talk to you about your really interesting way of having professional wellness and personal wellness and kind of how you bring that into the healthcare setting. And so tell us a little bit about what you do and how you got there.
sure. First of all, thank you so much for having me on
Yeah,
this.
of course.
So art has been a huge part of my life, always. I mean, there was a time before medical school where I was debating between art and medicine, and I'm glad I chose medicine. I do like it, but I always had this, I guess, passion for art that, while I was doing medicine, I would do a little bit at a time, but it wasn't fulfilling enough. And over the past, I would say, like maybe about five years ago, I said, you know what, the kids were getting a little bit bigger, and I was like, I got to do something more. And I had this idea where I would paint canvases, and then I would take basically the print of the canvas, much like a giclée on paper, except instead of paper, I would use silk and use it as wearable art. And that's how this little business started. And it took off from there. It's been about 5 years now, and it's been great.
And so the wearable art are scarves.
Yes.
Yeah, so interesting. So I was on your website this morning looking, and some of them are just gorgeous. I mean, it really,
Thank
I
you
didn't
so
have a
much.
good concept, when I was thinking about it, about what they would look like, but they're really terrific. A lot of them are they full circles or are they like linear?
No, so there are two different types. I started off with the traditional square. So in Europe, silk scarves are usually worn as square scarves. And I realized quickly that where I live, people are not into the squares as much. So they wanted the longer silk scarf, more like, where you could drape it or,
Yeah.
put it around your neck, etc. So now I have two different types. So I
Okay.
have the square ones and as well as the long rectangle ones too.
So over the last 5 years, like how has this practice of painting and creating and doing this as a business as well, like how has that brought you kind of personal wellness?
Oh gosh, so much happier. ER, as you know, I mean, it's a stressful place to work. I enjoy it, but when I come home and I can just de-stress, I can take a glass of wine and paint, or if I've like the creative process is the best part of it, really. You know, it just makes you feel really, really good.
Yeah.
And you enjoy it. And honestly, it has made me appreciate medicine even more.
Tell me about
because,
that.
you know, I, you know, especially, okay, I'm not good at selling stuff. You know, I love the creative process of it. And when I go out and I try to do that, you know, it hasn't been easy. But then I realized that, you know, I can do this only because I'm doing medicine too.
Yeah.
And it's helping me fund my passion, you know.
Right.
And I do like my medicine too. So it's a great balance. That's what I love about it.
So are you a planner?
You know,
are you a planner in the creative
definitely helped
process?
my personal wellness.
Oh, great. So are you a planner in your creative process, or are you just sort of a go for it?
So I'm a bit of both, I would say. I do plan like a collection, and you know, I will start doing stuff about it. And then there are times when I'm like, I want to make a portrait, and it has nothing to do with the scars, but it's art, and I just want to do it. So I go and paint a portrait. Then it may never make it to a scarf, but you know, it just keeps the creative process alive, and just doesn't become very you know, streamlined into doing something for a business aspect only.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So do you talk to your patients about this?
In the ER, you get like what, 15, 20 minutes of that. Sometimes, when like I'm especially I find that you know, you'll see something that you can relate to, as like someone starts talking about someone, like, I'll give you an example. I love horses, and I do a lot of horse cars. And there was a woman who came who had a riding accident, and she fell off her horse, and we got talking. And I was like, hey, you know, I actually paint horses. And so we talked, and it was like a nice bonding kind of thing about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do talk occasionally about it.
Yeah.
Not so much, because honestly, you don't have the time in the emergency room.
Yeah, it's really hard. It is hard. I mean, 15 minutes is a luxury, I think, to have with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Most of the time you're in and out, you know.
Do you notice a difference in how you interact with your patients now than before you had this kind of creative outlet?
Yes, I think only because I feel better.
Yeah.
Also, and I think I have more patience.
Yeah.
With the patients too. I don't know if that makes sense. You know, I can relate a little bit better with them too. It's just, I think it comes more from, as you say, the personal wellness portion of it. You know, you feel better about yourself, and you want to help people more. You look out more. Interact more with people.
Yeah, you're looking out more, I think, when you're well.
Problems?
Yeah. No, I said I think that you look out more to other people when you're feeling more well. Like for me, you know, starting Holist has been something really exciting for me, because I have the opportunity to think about health in a way that I haven't thought about it for a really long time. And I also am really inspired by other people and what they share about themselves, and how really our patients need to be a full part of an advocate for fixing the healthcare system. And so for me, you know, that was really brings me professional wellness, even though I'm working like 2 full-time jobs. It makes me interact with my patients in emergency medicine in a whole different way. There's been a couple other things that did that for me too. I think just becoming a mom really opened my eyes, and realizing how, you know, everyone is everyone, right? I do some work in East Africa as well. Really does that for me. What do you hope what do you hope to see, you know, the scarves become?
Oh gosh, I just want to have other people wear them. First of all, I want to share my art, and I think if it brings joy to people, then I'm happy. You know, I want a piece of my art to be with somebody. Yeah. You know, and I want it to bring joy to them. And if they can relate in some way, that would be my goal. Yeah. You know, so you know, there's people who love to travel. I love to travel. A lot of my art is inspired by my travel. So people who've been to Paris say, I love Paris and I have a scarf for Paris. And I've had so many people who've gone there and fallen in love with the city. And they're like, I want that scarf only.
Yeah.
I want the Paris scarf.
Yeah.
You know, so it's getting related, and you know, you connect.
Yeah.
And that brings me a lot of joy.
That's great. That's great. So I'm going to ask you in a minute to let us know how we can find you, so on your website and social media, but kind of leave us with something that you know, about the topic of, you know, whether it's physician wellness or how to heal our healthcare system together as patients and doctors, or whether it's art. Just leave us with something that you think is important to you, and then we'll let people know how to find you.
Sure. I think follow your passions. And if you follow your passion, you will find wellness.
Yeah.
And that in turn will help everyone around you and yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that's really, really important. Just, you have one life to live, you know, do what you really want to do.
Yeah.
And I think you'll be much happier with that.
Yeah. That's great. So when before I brought you on, I was saying that one of the taglines that I like to use as Holist is wellness comes full circle. And I think that, you know, what you're just saying is absolutely true. It's, you know, if you're more well, everyone around you is more well. And if that means that we as physicians are healing ourselves by doing really interesting things like you're doing, or whether it's patients finding their wellness, you know, whether it's in or outside of the conventional health system, I hope that we can all work together to bring each other that full circle wellness. So please do tell us where we can find you online, whether it's a website or on Instagram and Facebook.
Sure. So my website is not very original. It's my name. So, you know, you just go to www.chetnasingh.com, and that's my website. All my social media, from Instagram to, you know, Facebook, everything is Scarves on Silk, which is what it is. And I just recently started a YouTube videos, which is, you know, just taken off. So I'm just starting with like two posts. I'm not very comfortable in front of the camera, so I'm trying to overcome that fear.
You're doing great.
So yes, Scarves on Silk.
Perfect.
So that's my social media.
So when we get this on Facebook, please, if you could drop those into the comments, all the links to those into the comments, so that people can go right to you and find you, that would be great. And Instagram, YouTube, and your Facebook page will already be linked. And then the website, and then we will hope people come find you.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much, Heather.
Yeah,
this was great.
It was really lovely talking to you, and we'll talk soon.
All right. Take care. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bye-bye.